time and a place for everything. I'm not going to say he's right, and I'm not going to say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing.
When it comes to the retirement shit, like you serious about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Gervonta Davis has announced his retirement from boxing, but the news hasn't convinced everyone. Just hours after the announcement, Floyd Mayweather couldn't resist taking a few shots at his former protégé. The undefeated legend appeared to mock Davis with a series of subtle jabs and sarcastic remarks, signaling that he's not buying the retirement claims. As tensions between the two continue to simmer, Mayweather's reaction has left fans wondering if Davis is genuinely walking away from the sport or simply seeking attention.
Many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazer, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing.
Davis later revealed on a podcast with rapper Lil Yachty that he plans to step away from boxing by the end of 2025, citing a desire to focus on family, education, and personal growth. The WBA lightweight champion first dropped the bombshell during the launch of his fight with Lamont Roach, stating, "After next year, I'm out. It's over. I'm fed up." However, he later clarified that he views this more as a break than a permanent retirement, admitting he's still uncertain about fully walking away from the sport.
You serious about this?
Yeah.
Serious about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Well, why, bro? I just feel like you know it's too early. I feel like you fucking with us at this point. Like at this point, it's like you joking. It's just a sell a fight, like be real.
No, I mean, I ain't say I'm like retiring like after this fight, but for sure, like after this year, I'm retiring.
After next year, I'm out of it. After our second fight. You're out of it? Yeah. Care to elaborate on that? Out of the sport. After our second fight. Nah, no. I'm gonna win. Nah. I could tell you my fight.
Davis made his professional boxing debut on February 22, 2013, at the D.C. Armory in Washington, D.C., squaring off against Desi Williams. He wasted no time making a statement, finishing Williams with a crushing first-round knockout. The victory wasn't just a debut win, it was a declaration that a new force had entered the sport. From the very start, Davis showcased the power, precision, and relentless drive that would define his rise to greatness in boxing.
You fighting that?
A key influence in Davis's rise was boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., who took him under his wing in 2015. Mayweather's mentorship extended far beyond boxing skills, with Davis viewing him as an older brother figure. Their close bond was evident when Mayweather gifted Davis a $60,000 Jeep, a gesture that symbolized his belief in Tank's talent and future success.
Davis is a boxing sensation. He has a lot of knockouts, 11-0, 10 knockouts. But here's the thing, Floyd Mayweather has taken him under his wing and he bought him a brand new car. Floyd doesn't buy cars for a lot of people. Tell me about that. Tell me about the car that he bought, and how did you respond when he said, "We're going to get you a car today"?
As he didn't tell me at first. His mom had a crash on her car.
Okay.
So he went to the dealership and went to go get her joint fixed. So I was out eating, so he called me. He always told me he was gonna give me a car and stuff like that, give me a place and all that. But he had a lot going on, and I wasn't rushing him because I knew he had a lot going on. So this particular day, he just called me. I was out eating. So he called me and was like, "I'm about to have someone to pick you up. Just be ready." So I was out eating. So I was like, "Okay, I'm ready now." So they came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. So he let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym had them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
Their relationship extended far beyond business deals, built on mentorship and mutual respect. Davis frequently credited Mayweather not only for teaching him world-class boxing strategies, but also for instilling the confidence and discipline that mold him into a champion destined for lasting greatness.
Jeep on the streets of Baltimore. I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother. So he like a father figure and stuff like that. He took me in. He been treating me good since I know him. He been not only in the boxing, like working with me on boxing. He showed me like the business side and all that type stuff. And he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever for that.
We all see the news, and many times people say negative stuff about Floyd. From your experience with him, from the fact that he bought you a car, which he didn't have to, because there are a lot of fighters here, and he doesn't buy them cars. What does that say about him?
Just not only that him giving me stuff, because all that stuff did get taken away. So it's just the knowledge that he gave me, like when we one-on-one, when we running and stuff like that, that he showed me, and he not only showed me but teach me and stuff like that. So I'm forever grateful for that.
Give me a tour of the Jeep really quick. What do we got?
It's the newest Jeep.
Okay.
Despite his early success, tensions eventually began to emerge between the two. Davis grew frustrated with what he perceived as Mayweather's attempts to control his career and restrict his opportunities. In 2022, he parted ways with Mayweather Promotions, seeking greater independence and aligning himself with advisor Al Heyman. The split sparked a series of public disputes, with Davis accusing Mayweather of undermining him, including allegedly banning him from training at Mayweather's gym. In a now-deleted tweet, Davis wrote, "What? Floyd's being petty. He said I couldn't use his gym anymore. I don't care."
An issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep 4x4. He basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you, And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz,
In 2024, Davis further cemented his reputation as one of boxing's most electrifying talents. His defining moment came on June 15th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where he faced Frank Martin. After a tough start, Davis turned the tide with a spectacular 8th-round knockout, unleashing his trademark left uppercut followed by a powerful straight left that ended the fight. The win marked his 28th knockout in 30 bouts, underscoring his dominance and solidifying his place as a feared force in the lightweight division.
Welcome to the Boxing Locker. Come to the Boxing Locker with me, Mac Bolan, and this is my breakdown of Gervonta Davis, who is arguably the best puncher in boxing, and without question one of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. The opposition for him within those events is up to date. But we're not going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to give you a brief background of Gervonta's boxing record and his bio. And then I'm going to go into the breakdown of what makes him such a fantastic fighter. Okay, so first and foremost, Frank is now 30-0, 28 knockouts. Got a 93% knockout ratio, which is crazy. I believe it's the highest knockout percentage of any current world champion. I would imagine in UAE is close to that. Pretty impressive. Anyway, 29 years old. In Southpaw, he's 5'5"-ish.
Davis shocked the boxing world when he announced plans to retire at the end of 2025, bluntly declaring that he no longer sees anything left for him in the sport. Speaking at a press conference ahead of his second fight with Lamont Roach, Davis said, "This is trash. I'm out. I'm fed up. I don't care about belts. I just want to get my money and get out." He cited mental exhaustion, the pressures of fame, and the recent birth of his son as key reasons for stepping away, describing boxing and its relentless spotlight as a draining experience he no longer wishes to endure.
After next year, I'm out of it. After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport. After our second fight.
I know.
I'm gonna win, bro. Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Despite his undefeated record and multiple world titles, Davis's recent performances and ongoing issues have somewhat overshadowed his accomplishments. His latest fight, a controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr., has fueled further questions about his future in the sport. While some insiders speculate he might return to the ring if his finances dwindle, Davis seems resolute in his decision to retire, choosing instead to focus on personal growth and family life.
Many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazer, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in. And many people are sending it to me in drawings. Have I seen it? I told you guys Gervonta Tank Davis is in a unique place. I told you guys this a couple of days ago. That Gervonta Tank Davis, along with his situation outside the sport of boxing, had put him in limbo. But y'all said I was capping. Gervonta Tank Davis' team, as I told you guys, stated that they are uncertain about what's going to come of his case. Gervonta Tank Davis is frustrated with that. He's also frustrated with the way the Premier Boxing Champions is handling his career. Al Heyman is no longer in charge as Louis the Cuban, Senior and Junior. Al Heyman is not running things with the PBC anymore. He is not.
Some critics argue that Davis's promotional team has carefully chosen opponents to favor him, potentially shielding him from tougher challenges. They believe that, to truly solidify his legacy, Davis must face champions in other divisions, particularly in the 135 pounds and 140 pounds weight classes, to prove himself against the sport's elite. Despite his retirement plans, Davis has stated he intends to fight 3 more times before leaving the ring. He is scheduled for a rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., but has yet to confirm his future opponents. Possible matchups being discussed include a rematch with Ryan Garcia as well as potential showdowns with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.